Hello everyone. Let us solve some numerical problems related to plain sedimentation tanks in water supply and treatment systems. The problem statement is a circular sedimentation tank is to handle 3.5 million liters daily of raw water. If the retention period of the tank is 5 hours and depth is 3 meters, what should be the diameter of the tank? Now in this design, we are supposed to calculate the diameter of the tank. Uh, Related to the circular sedimentation tank, depth is given, that is 3 meter, and retention time is given as 5 hours. That means for every 5 hours, you're supposed to calculate the volume, or you're supposed to send the raw water batch by batch. And the total water that is supposed to be treated here is 3.5 million liters daily. Let us solve this problem. So the quantity of water to be treated per day is 3.5 into 10 raised to 6. It is million. So 10 raised to 6 liters. This is per day. So if quantity of water to be treated during 5-hour detention period, in between you can also have a additional step. The step is like quantity of water to be treated per day is given. You can calculate quantity of water to be treated per hour. So that seems to be 3.5 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 24. That is per 1 hour. If you multiply 5 to that, 5 is the detention period, you'll get quantity of water to be treated during 5-hour detention period. So this is for 1 hour into 5. So much of water in terms of liters divided by 10 raised to 3 is in terms of meter cube. So it is 728 meter cube. Now the quantity, or it is some kind of a volume, and volume is 728 meter cube. Now to calculate the detention time, we have this formula. It says d square into 0.011d plus 0.785 times h divided by q, and that is the detention time. So we all know that detention time, or simply the time into the discharge, is volume. Or we have a classical formula. What we have is discharge is volume by time. So volume is discharge into time. That is what we approximate here. It is q into time, or the detention time. So in the next step, what we'll do is we write detention time into q equals to volume, and it is volume of circular tank. There are two volumes we deal with here. One is volume of circular tank, and this is volume of water which is to be treated in 5 hours. So the volume of circular tank is d square into all these things, where only the value of h is known. We are supposed to calculate the value of t, and volume of circular tank is this. For 5-hour duration, volume of circular tank is 728 meter cube. So 728 is d square into all these things, where h is 3 meters. Okay, so if you solve this, if you rewrite this, you will get a equation in d cube. So you'll get a cubic equation, and for a cubic equation you can have three solutions. And if you solve that equation, you'll get three solutions for d, as d1 equals to 17 point something meters, d2 equals to minus 203 point something meters, d3 equals to minus 18 point some odd meters. Okay, so uh, d2 and d3 are negative, so you cannot have a negative diameter for a sedimentation tank. So we always go for the realistic positive value here, and so d is equals to 17 point something meters, 17.25 meters, or let's say d equals to 17.3 meters. Now if you can draw a diagram, so the diagram is this: d equals to 17.3 diameter, and height which is given is 3 meters. Okay, uh, so this is how we designed a circular sedimentation tank. Of course, this formula also accounts for a kind of a hopper arrangement on the bottom side, where you collect the sludges and you dispose the sludges here. Okay, so let us go to one more problem. So before we start the next problem, let us try to understand one more feature in a circular sedimentation tank. Of course, this is also present in case of a rectangular sedimentation tank. On the periphery we call overflowing weirs. Clarified water, it flows over a weir, and that is known as overflowing weir. And these are the arrangement of overflowing weir. See, if you have seen Uh, if you can see here, there are weirs, a small weir, what we have seen in hydraulic part. So we have a series of weirs here, and we call this as a overflowing weir. And usually the length of overflowing weir would be the length of circumference. It's equals to pi into d. So with this background, we'll solve one more problem. The problem statement is two primary settling basins are 26 meter in diameter with 2.1 meter side water depth. Single effluent weirs are located on the peripheries of the tank. For a water flow of 26,000 meter cube per day, calculate the first one surface area and volume, second one overflow rate in meter cube per meter square day, third one is detention time in hour, and fourth one is weir loading in meter cube per meter day. So there are two primary settling tanks. So both the units as a whole, they treat around 26,000 meter cube per day. So for a single unit, it is 26,000 meter cube per day divided by 2. It becomes around 13,000 meter cube per day. And uh, both are in circular. So they have a diameters of 26 meter and depth equals to 2.1. And single effluent weirs are located on the peripheries of the tank. Whatever we have seen in the last slide, the same refers here. The effluent weirs, overflowing weirs, are located on the peripheries. That means if you know the diameter, you can calculate the length of the uh, overflowing weirs as pi into d. So this is the raw water, 26,000 meter cube per day volume. We're supposed to calculate the surface area and volume, overflow rate in meter cube per meter square day, detention time in hours, and weir loading in meter cube per meter day. See, in second and fourth questions, sub questions, there is a hint which is given meter cube per meter square into day and meter cube divided by meter cube per meter day. There is a hint which is given in the problem statement itself that how to calculate overflow rate and weir loading. Okay, so let us proceed with this. Detention time for a circular tank is this d square into 0.011 d plus 0.785 h divided by q. H is given, that is 2.1. H is 2.1 and diameter is 26 meters. And Q is, we calculate for single unit now. So we try to calculate all these things for a single unit. So for a single unit, Q is half into or 0.5 into 26,000 meter cube per day. So we substitute here, we'll get the value of detention time equals to 2.41 hour. So 2.41 hour is the detention time. Now for this 2.41 hour detention time, quantity of water to be treated is 13,000 for a single unit divided by 24. It gives you the value of capacity or the volume for 1 hour into 2.41 is the detention time. So as a whole, you will get the value of quantity of water to be treated in 2.41 hour, and that is 1308 meter cube. So this is the volume of a single unit for a treatment during the retention period of 2.41 hour. Now the first one will calculate capacity of the tank required is this 1308 meter cube, and we are supposed to calculate even the surface area of the tank required. See, we know the volume is 1308, and we also know the depth equals to 2.1. So we calculate the surface area. Surface area is this, surface area of the tank required is 1308 divided by 2.1, and that is around 623 meters square. So when it comes to the second question, overflow rate in meter cube per meter square day, overflow rate, or it is kind of a discharge per unit of the surface area. Meter cube per day is the discharge. Per meter square is the surface area. So we have calculated as of now the surface area. Discharge is 13,000 divided by 623 is the surface area, and this will give you the value of overflow rate or discharge per unit of surface area. Further, you can simplify this. The third one is retention time in hours. So that is what we have calculated in the initial steps. It is 2.41 hour. Fourth one is weir loading per day. Weir loading per day, or it is meter cube per day per meter. Okay, so weir loading per day is, see, this is the one which we calculate by using the length of the weir. Length of the weir along the periphery of the tank is pi into d. So diameter equals to 26 meters. So the length of weir for single unit is 81.64 meters. Now weir loading per day is, it is discharge divided by meters. Meter cube per meter per day can be understood as meter cube per day, that is the discharge per meter. So it is discharge per length of the weir. So the discharge is 13,000 divided by 81.464 is the length of the weir. So you'll get the answer for weir loading per day equals to 159.23 meter cube per meter. So this is how we solve two numerical problems. So try to solve some more problems from the prescribed textbooks.